Hi students, Unit 1 Laws of Motion Textbook Exercises Exam Syllabus 2020-21. Okay, new syllabus. Roman letter 1, choose the correct answer. First question, inertia of a body depends on C. Mass of the object. Second question, Newton's third law is applicable C. Both A and B. That means what? For a body is at rest and for a body in motion. So answer what? C. Both A and B. Third one, plotting a graph for momentum on the y-axis and time on x-axis. Slope of the momentum time graph gives C. Answer force. Fourth one, 1 kilogram force equal to C. 98 into 10 to the power 4 dyne. Fifth one, the mass of a body is measured on planet Earth as m kg. When it is taken to a planet of radius half that of the Earth, then its value will be dash kg. Answer m. Sixth one, to project rockets, which of the following principle is required? Answer both A and C. That means what? A. Newton's third law of motion and B. C. Law of conservation of linear momentum. So answer D. Both A and C. Roman letter 2. Fill in the blanks. 1. To produce a displacement, dash is required. Answer force. Second one, passengers lean forward when sudden brake is applied in a moving vehicle. This can be explained by inertia of motion. Third one, a man of mass 100 kg has a weight at the surface of the earth. Answer 980 Newton. That is W is equal to mg, mass 100 into 9.8, that is 980 Newton. Roman letter 3, state whether the following statements are true or false. Correct the statement if it is false. First question, weight of a body is greater at the equator and less at the polar region. Answer false. Weight of a body is less at the equator and greater at the polar region. Roman letter 4, match the following. Column 1 and 2. First one, A. Newton's first law. Answer stable equilibrium of a body. B. Newton's second law, law of force. C. Newton's third law, flying nature of bird. D. Law of conservation of linear momentum, propulsion of a rocket. Roman letter 6. Answer briefly. First one, define inertia, give its classification. Answer, the inherent property of a body to resist any change in its state of rest or the state of uniform motion unless it is influenced upon by an external unbalanced force is known as inertia. Types of inertia. A. Inertia of rest. B. Inertia of motion. C. Inertia of direction. Second part what? Give its classification. So, A. Inertia of rest. The inertia of a body to change its state of rest is called inertia of rest. B. Inertia of motion. The resistance of a body to change its state of motion is called inertia of motion. C. Inertia of direction. The resistance of a body to change its direction of motion is called inertia of direction. First part define inertia. So definition only. Second part give its classification. So what are the 3 types of inertia? Okay, then write what? Types of inertia. Second question, classify the types of force based on their direction. Answer, based on the direction in which the forces act, they can be classified into 2 types as A. Like parallel forces and B. Unlike parallel forces. Then explain. A. Like parallel forces. 2 or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude acting along the same direction parallel to each other are called like parallel forces. B. Unlike parallel forces. If 2 or more equal forces or unequal forces act along opposite directions parallel to each other, then they are called unlike parallel forces. Third question, if a 5 Newton and a 15 Newton forces are acting opposite to one another, find the resultant force and the direction of action of the resultant force. Answer F1. First write F1 is equal to what? 5 Newton. F2 15 Newton. Then next find out what? Resultant force. Resultant force F net is equal to F2 minus F1. Because what? F2 is greater than F1. So that's equal to what? 15 minus 5. That is 10 Newton. Here F net is directed along the greater force. Here greater force what? F2. Because F2 is equal to 15 Newton. Okay. Then fourth question. Differentiate mass and weight. First, draw tabular column, mass and weight. First point, mass of a body is defined as the quantity of matter contained in the body. Weight means what? Weight of a body is defined as the gravitational force exerted on it due to the Earth's gravity alone. Second one, its unit is kilogram, kg, small kg. Weight, its unit is Newton, small Newton, symbol capital N. Third one, it is a scalar quantity. Weight, it is a vector quantity. Fourth one, mass of a body does not vary from one place to another. Weight of the body varies from one place to another. Fifth question, state Newton's second law. According to this law or according to Newton's second law, write in this way. According to Newton's second law of motion, the force acting on a body is directly proportional to the rate of change of linear momentum of the body, and the change in momentum takes place in the direction of the force. Okay. Write what? According to Newton's second law of motion, the force acting on a body is directly proportional to the rate of change of linear momentum of the body, and the change in momentum takes place in the direction of the force. Then detail answer, Roman letter 8. First question, what are the types of inertia? Give an example for each type. First write what are the types of inertia. Types of inertia, then write its example also. So A, inertia of rest. Then resistance of a body to change its state of rest is called inertia of rest. Example, when you vigorously shake the branches of a tree, some of the leaves and fruits are detached and they fall down. B, inertia of motion. The resistance of a body to change its state of motion is called inertia of motion. Example, an athlete runs some distance before jumping because this will help him jump longer and higher. Okay. Then C, inertia of direction. The resistance of a body to change its direction of a motion is called inertia of direction. Example, when you make a sharp turn while driving a car, you tend to lean sideways. Okay. Then second question, state Newton's laws of motion. Write 3 laws. First one, Newton's first law. This law states that every body continues to be in its state of rest or the state of uniform motion along a straight line unless it is acted upon by some external force. Newton's second law. According to this law, the force acting on a body is directly proportional to the rate of change of linear momentum of the body, and the change in momentum takes place in the direction of the force. Newton's third law. Newton's third law states that every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. They always act on two different bodies. Then third question, reduce an equation of a force using Newton's second law of motion. First write, let n be the mass of a moving body moving along a straight line with an initial speed u. After a time interval of t, the velocity of the body changes to b due to the impact on unbalanced external force F. So initial momentum of the body Pi, initial momentum Pi is equal to mu. Final momentum of the body Pf, final F. So Pf is equal to mv. Change in momentum delta P is equal to what? Pf minus Pi. That is mv minus mu. Okay, so write change in momentum delta P is equal to Pf minus Pi. That is mv minus mu. By Newton's second law of motion, force F is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. So F directly proportional to change in momentum by time. That is F proportional to me minus mu by t. So F is equal to first one F proportional to mv minus mu by t. Then it is equalized. So equalized by what? One multiply with one constant. So F is equal to k into m v minus u by t. So f is equal to m into v minus u by t, because here k is the proportionality constant. K value is equal to what? 1 in all system of units. Hence f becomes what? F is equal to m into v minus u by t. Since acceleration is equal to what? Change in velocity by time. That is a is equal to v minus u by t. So hence we have f is equal to m into a means what? V minus u by t. So f is equal to m into a. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Okay. Then fourth question, describe rocket propulsion. Propulsion of a rocket is based on the law of conservation of linear momentum as well as Newton's third law of motion. Rockets are filled with the fuel, either liquid or solid, in the propellant tank. When the rocket is fired, this fuel is burned and a hot gas is ejected with a high speed from the nozzle of the rocket, producing a huge momentum. To balance this momentum, an equal and opposite reaction force is produced in the combustion chamber, which makes the rocket project forward. While in motion, the mass of the rocket gradually decreases until the fuel is completely burned out. Since there is no net external force act on it, the linear momentum of the system is conserved. The mass of the rocket decreases with altitude, which result in the gradual increase in velocity of the rocket. At one stage, it reaches a velocity which is sufficient to just escape from the gravitational pull of the earth. This velocity is called escape velocity. That's all. Okay, first lesson over. Then problem, solved problem. Thank you.